Good afternoon to you, everybody. Meteorologist Dontaé Jones here in the Dick Goddard Weather Center with your Facebook Live forecast for the afternoon. Just a quick forecast to get you into the weekend. Show you what's coming this evening, too. We've been warm, nice and warm this week, even with some sunshine, a spring sampler. We got more of that coming, by the way, as we head into next week. But this evening, winter is back, at least briefly, and through the day tomorrow. Then on Sunday, we'll start to warm things back up. As we get into next week, again, things are really, really nice. All right, wintry mix coming in this afternoon. It is on the move now out in our western counties. Probably a spritz or a sprinkle out there or a flurry, but it'll moisten up through the course of the afternoon. I'd say for those of us here in our viewing area, we butt up against the Toledo viewing area, and so out in the Toledo viewing area is where they're getting that. But once it moves here in about the next couple of hours, I would say, around 3 o'clock ish, we'll start to see some of that. So we started off today with some sunshine, but that's fleeting as we speak right now. Then over the weekend, the sunshine comes back. Again, 30s tomorrow, 40s, seasonable day on Sunday, right where we should be. So a typical early March day on Sunday, and then next week, as I mentioned, we really get nice. There's the time lapse. Doesn't that look great? Just waking up to sunshine and temperatures not terrible. Seasonable, upper 20s, as opposed to the polar vortex where we'd be in the zero or below zero. But you can see how those clouds really took over the sky there, right there in that time lapse by the time 1 o'clock rolled around. And there's what I'm talking about. So Ottawa, Sandusky, Seneca counties really are what we call our fringe counties, where you may be able to see us on some cable networks or cable channels, cable systems. But by and large, Erie and Huron counties and down into Richland counties is where we cut off our western boundary. So out there towards Toledo and Bowling Green and Findlay, they're probably seeing a rain-snow mix right about now on the light side. Some of it is evaporating before it touches the ground because dry air is in place, but you need enough of that process to take place to moisten up the atmosphere, and then it'll actually fall to the ground. So that's on the move here coming eastward. And then once it comes eastward, we'll see that again over the next couple of hours probably. So it'll take about 3, 4 o'clock until we start to see that actually in our area. 41 right now in Cleveland, 41 in Akron, Canton, down in New Philly, 36 with sunshine in Ashtabula still. So because it's moving from west to east, Ashtabula is still sunny, while the rest of us, the clouds have taken over the sky. You can see none of the icons for Toledo or Findlay are showing any precipitation. That's another reason it gives me pause to say that there's actual precipitation falling from the sky there, because usually this will match up if we actually have some reports from the weather stations out there that something is falling. So it may be evaporating. So here's what I'm saying. 3, 4 o'clock ish, we start to see that precipitation move into our area. Probably, again, a rain snow mix. And then by the time we head towards, say, 7, 8 o'clock, temperatures cool enough to where it'll just be scattered snow showers. And it's not going to amount to a whole lot. So if you're going to spend an evening out on the town, just know that there'll be some snow showers around and temperatures in the 30s. So it'll be a wetter snow. But look at that dry pattern that we get. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even next Thursday. We are dry, and there's a lot of sunshine in there too. Usually this time of year, when you get warmer temperatures, you pay for it. Either there's some clouds or there's some type of storm system or what have you. But it could be worse. If you don't like any type of wintry precipitation right now, look at what happened on this date back in 2008. Historic March snowstorm over a 2-day period dumped 1 to 2 feet of snow. Oh my goodness. If we had that right now, I know those of you who like winter, those of you who like to snowboard and ski and what have you, you are probably like, oh, we will take that all the time, 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. But for those of you who are ready for spring and ready for a warm up, you're saying, thank goodness this is not 2008. So we'll take what we're getting this evening. Usually this is the time of year that we start to step up a little bit in our sunshine game. So we start to see a little bit more sunshine. You can see March 27%, April, May come in about 32, 33%. But we're still predominantly cloudy this time of year because we get these systems that come in here almost every day or every other day or what have you. And so because we're transitioning seasons and we usually get a system that'll come through pretty frequently, we don't see a whole lot of sunshine out of this. We got to wait until summertime and early fall to see the abundant sunshine that we see. Really, I mean, summertime around here, really, really nice. Cannot complain at all. But what we got coming next week, can't complain either. That's also really nice. We're springing ahead in 2 days. There's some good. Here's something I'll ask you. I'll do an impromptu poll. Okay, if you're watching, and you have the time, you don't mind just kind of typing in an answer. Do you prefer standard time or daylight saving time? Daylight saving time, the morning is darker a little later, but it stays light a little later at the end of the day. Whereas standard time, it gets daytime, sunrise a little earlier, but it gets dark a little earlier. Which do you prefer? Sort of the impromptu poll. I'm a daylight saving time person myself, only because I'm a night owl. But those of you who might be morning birds, you'll probably choose standard time. But that's why I like the changing of the times every year, where you have to change it twice, because that way you make everybody happy. You also make everybody upset, but you also make everybody happy. And if you don't like it, wait 6 months and then it'll change again. So also springing forward is one more thing to look forward to in the spring as we close out winter, and we look forward to more daylight on the back end of the day. And things of that nature. So St. Patrick's Day, 10 days away, and then spring, actual spring, the equinox comes in less than 2 weeks, 13 days. By the way, don't forget, and listen, I know it's now, we've said for a long time to change the batteries in your smoke detector and carbon monoxide detectors for springing forward and for falling back, but depending on which type you have, you may not have to be reminded, because they will remind you when the batteries start to die. They will have that beep, beep, beep. Or actually, it's a little more annoying than that, but they'll have that sound. So we may not even have to remind you anymore of those, because those things will tell you themselves when they're ready to be changed. All right, so here's 3 o'clock, the future cast. You can see that we're starting to see that rain-snow mix come in here. It starts in from the north. And you can see that trajectory there. And then by the time we head towards the evening rush, temperatures are starting to cool off a little bit. 5 o'clock, that it's mostly snow showers. If you're spending the evening out on the town, there's 8:30. Scattered snow showers around for most of us here across Northeast Ohio. And then by 1 o'clock in the morning, it is out of here. Now, there could be overnight tonight a lingering lake effect snow shower, but it won't amount to a whole lot. There's that lake effect snow shower there at 3 o'clock in the morning. But look what happens tomorrow. Voila. Northerly component to the wind, so it's still cold, but plenty of sunshine coming our way tomorrow. Oh, and we will take that. And there's the snow right there, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. That's all we're expecting. So maybe some grassy surfaces get a little dusting on them. Maybe some higher elevations of the snow belt might have 1 inch, 1.5 inches or so. But that's about it. Not really impressive at all. So today, I should say, I'm so used to doing tonight that when I do the new news here, I forget that I have to start off with today. We still got the rest of the afternoon. We actually made it to 41 so far, so 1 degree over our forecast. We're still in the wheelhouse. I think it's within 3 degrees, and you can be considered somewhat accurate. I will tell you, earlier this week, when I think it might have been Wednesday, we were forecasting 53. And we were believing that there would be more cloud cover, and the sunshine wouldn't last as long. There wouldn't be as much sunshine, so we went 53. I remember coming in, and I think it was Tuesday. I was doing the noon newscast on Tuesday, and we went with 53. And already at noon, it was like 57, 58. I'm like, well, looks like that's not going to happen. There was full-on sunshine, and we ended up with 63 degrees. So that's a forecast, honestly, that I don't mind busting. That's what we call when it's a forecast that we didn't call for and it wasn't accurate. It's busting a forecast. As smart as we are, as many tools as we have, and things like that, as much about weather as we do know, we're still human. Sometimes we just get it wrong. Weather's going to do what it does. So a lot more sunshine, and it was 63, 10 degrees over our forecast high. So don't mind that. I don't mind those type of forecasts. Don't want to bust the other way where we're saying it's going to be sunny and 63, and it ends up rain and thunderstorms and like 45. That would be terrible. That's a really busted forecast. Anyway, it's rain and snow here through the afternoon and evening time. Chilly and breezy. That 40 is definitely going to go away as we get into the evening time and that precipitation starts to fall. 27 overnight tonight. Again, it's going to be out of here by 1 in the morning, so it'll be an evening snow showers, and then overnight it'll be drier. But seasonably chilly, 27, that's around where we usually are for an overnight low for this time of year, so nothing too spectacular about that. 35 and sunny tomorrow, so about almost 10 degrees colder than our average for this time of year. But then we get to Sunday where we get a good mix of sun and clouds and 45. That's where we should be for this time of year. So Sunday is going to be a typical early March day for us. But then we get atypical into next week. 50 on Monday with sunshine. That's the way I love to start out a week. 62, partly cloudy for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then our next system comes in next Thursday, 59, mostly cloudy at this point in time. At this point in time, of course, you know it could change. It looks like a moisture-starved system where it doesn't look like a whole bunch of precipitation or rain's going to be with it. So we only got a 20% chance. Then next Friday, 54, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows tonight and through the weekend in the upper 20s. But then we head into next week. We're talking Wednesday night to Thursday morning, an overnight low of 45. Oh, goodness gracious. That's about our average daytime high for this time of year. And we're going to have that as an overnight low. Love it when that happens. Anyway, so that's just a quick look for you here of the forecast. I am going to freshen up the website and record a new clickable to get you through the afternoon and early part of the evening. And then Mackenzie Bart is back here on the evening after spending some time in the morning on the water in the cardboard boats on the regatta at Lakewood High School. It was fun to watch. If you didn't have a chance to see that in the morning show, I believe you can go on our website and see her and Alexis Walters and Scott Sable all participating in the boat races there. I won't tell you who won. You'll have to watch the video to see who won, which team won. But it was a fun time. She spent some time doing that in the morning, but now she's back with us at night. All right, so I and Mackenzie will see you coming up starting at 4 o'clock for your afternoon and evening of news. Everybody have a great one.